Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is titled, Do You Want to Win? And winning is something that many people associate with success. And the thought of winning can be helpful to some people when they're trying to achieve more success. But the question is, do you have to look at things like it's a competition in order to achieve more success? And there's two sides of this. And the side that you come down on depends on which way it's going to help you achieve the success you want to more. Whether you can use competition and the thought of winning to help propel you towards your goals and the success you want, or if you don't like the idea of making it a competition and you use different things to achieve the success you want. So before I go on, I want to explain there's really not a right or a wrong answer. Do you want to win? That's what I'm talking about. There's not a right or wrong answer. So whichever way you feel about that, that's fine. There's some things you're going to be able to get out of today's show that deal with this and how you can use things like this to help you achieve more. The next question, is winning important? When you're talking about winning or winning and losing, usually if somebody wins, then someone or some group of people lose. But it doesn't always have to be that way. I think a lot about terms of winning and winning my own battle, trying to achieve more success. And just because I win doesn't mean someone else loses. But I use winning and competition. Sometimes I compete with myself, and I'll give you some examples of that later in this show. But I compete with myself to help propel me more towards my success. So, is winning important to you? Only you can answer this. If winning is important to you, then I'm going to give you some ideas on today's show about how using that attitude and that thought that winning's important to help you achieve more success. But I also want to make sure that you understand if you answered as winning important as no, that does not mean you can't achieve great success or the same success as someone else. It just means that you're not going to use all of the same tactics and mental ideas to achieve your success. And you'll be able to pick up some things from today's episode too that can help you even if you don't feel that winning is important. A lot of entrepreneurs were athletes when they were growing up. I fit into this description. I was an athlete. So therefore, I'm competitive by nature. I learned to be competitive through athletics when I was growing up. That's probably why looking at things as winning is an important way I use to help me achieve my goals and the success I want. But you don't have to be an athlete to be successful. There's a lot of successful entrepreneurs and business people and people that have success in other areas of their life that never played sports a day in their life. So this is not a prerequisite. You don't have to have athletics in your past. I just wanted to point out that a lot of entrepreneurs have been athletes in the past, and that's one reason why they're so competitive. Here's a process that I use to help me every week to achieve the success I want. And what I call it is Win Monday. I try to win Monday every week because I know if I can win Monday, it helps me win the week. It helps me have a much more productive week. And here's what I'm talking about when I talk about Win Monday. When I sit down, usually on Saturday, and schedule out my next week and every day for the following week, I pay special attention to Monday, and I put the most important things on Monday, so I know that if I get up Monday morning and I jump right on what's most important and I get those things done, then I feel like I won on Monday. Not only does that help me from what I've physically accomplished on Monday, it also helps me from a mental state, because I know that I've done what I wanted to do, I've won the day, and it helps me feel much better and helps me go into Tuesday more positive. You can use things like this also, but basically I focus on winning Monday every week. What does winning mean to you? You need to define what winning means to you, because it probably means something different than it means to me. And that's fine. You get to define what victory and what winning is like to you. You can compete with others, or you can compete with yourself. Now let me give you an example of how I compete with myself. When I ride my exercise bike in the morning, I keep track of how far I go in the amount of time that I'm on the bike. And then the next day, I see if I can do just a little bit better. Now, once you get to a certain point doing something like this, it's hard to get better every single day. So then I'll start looking at week by week. How did I do last week? What was my average for the last week? This week, I want to make my average just a little bit better. I want to get an extra 1/10 or 1/20th of a mile than I did last week. And that way, I compete with myself. It keeps me pushing to improve myself. And, I talked about an exercise example, but this could be in anything. If you're a writer and you wrote 10,000 words last week, and you want to compete with yourself, shoot for 10,100 words this week, or 10,020 words. You can compete with yourself in many areas to make gradual improvements. Or maybe, let's use the writing example again. Let's say that it took you 20 hours to write 10,000 words last week. So this week, try to write 10,000 words in 19 and a half hours. Instead of writing more words, try to become more efficient. Or even cut it down from 20 hours to 19 hours and 45 minutes, or 19 hours and 55 minutes. Even small increments can be great help. Does everything have to be a competition? And this is an important question, and this answer is going to help you a lot. Does everything have to be a competition? Only if it helps you achieve the success that you want. If you can make things into a competition, even if it's just in your mind or with yourself, and that helps you achieve the success you want, then absolutely make it into a competition. But if that's not what motivates you, then it doesn't have to be a competition. You don't have to make things into a competition if that's not what helps you reach the goals and success that you want. And here's another important point, and this might be the most important thing in this show. Success is never a competition with other people. Success is always personal. The mistake so many people make when they're trying to figure out what they want and what success means to them, and they're on this journey to achieve more success, is they compare themselves to others, and that's a mistake. Your success is personal. It doesn't matter what anybody else has or has done. You get to decide what success is to you. And it's not a competition with others. You're not competing with a neighbor or somebody you see on TV or read about in the paper or see on Facebook or whatever. They are not your competition. Success is never a competition with others. Your success is personal to you. Now, let's look at one issue. There's a problem if you always have to win. Winning isn't always the best thing. Let me give you an example. Sometimes I get in a disagreement with my wife. Sometimes you could consider me winning these disagreements, and other times you could say she wins. And I'm telling you, if you've been married as long as I have, you learn that winning isn't always the best thing when it comes to arguing with your spouse. Sometimes when you have to win everything, win every time, you can burn bridges in business that you might need later. If you're trying to help your children learn something or teach them something or help them improve themselves, sometimes it's more important that you support them than you winning a discussion with them or winning an argument. Should you worry if you're not competitive? Not at all. But I do recommend thinking about how you might be able to start competing with yourself to help you achieve your success goals faster. Have you ever heard anybody say winning isn't everything, it's the only thing? Well, that's simply not true. Winning isn't everything or the only thing. This thinking only leads to poor decisions. Pick your battles and win the war. Don't worry about winning every small battle. Keep your eyes focused on your long-term success and your goals. Use competition to help you achieve more success. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.